Hey guys, Andy here, and today we have another palette tag video. This is the ColourPop Tag. This is created by Jen Beauty and Andy Does Stuff 1973. I will leave both of their channels listed down below, and if you want to hear all of my answers to these ColourPop questions, then just stay tuned. As always, if you want to know what is on my face, it'll be listed in the description box down below. And let's just go ahead and roll into this palette tag. Alright, as you know, I am a connoisseur of ColourPop, and I love them very much, so I knew I had to do this palette tag. So question number one is, what was your first ColourPop purchase, and do you still own it? Well, my first purchase is right here, so yes, I still own it, and it was these three palettes. So we have my Honey palette. This is what mine looks like currently. This is in my ColourPop project. So there is that one. We also have the Blue Moon palette with a very nice organic pan on that fine china shade. And Orange You Glad, which that glitter is like one use away from completely being gone. So that was my very first order, was those three palettes. I love them. It was what got me hooked on their monochromatic 9 pans. Yeah, I still love them very much. I still have them. I still use them. And yeah, it's what put them on the map for me personally. Question number two is, what's your favorite ColourPop collab they have ever done? This can be an influencer collab or an intellectual property. Now, I don't own anything except I think the Super Shock was from it. This might have been from their second round, but for me, it was the first Hocus Pocus collection. I think was like one of their best collabs they've ever done, which I think is what this Super Shock was from. Was it from the first one? This might have been from their second Hocus Pocus collection. I don't know, but I don't have any of the palettes, but that color story on that first Hocus Pocus collection was just stunning. I just didn't have money when that came out, and even when they re-released it the following year, I didn't have money to pick it up, so I just haven't gotten it. But even still, I think the color story on it is just extremely unique and beautiful, and absolutely loved it. Loved the packaging on it. I think it was just beautiful. That was the Gather Round Sisters palette. I think they just outdid themselves with that one. Number three, what's your favorite ColourPop product? Can be new or discontinued. For me, it's the Super Shock Shadows. And this shade, I'm going to show you in particular as I drop it. The entire pan popped out, and we did get a tiny bit of breakage on it. But this is the shade Tassel. That is what it looks like. It is my very favorite shade. So that's fun. I'm gonna put this away now that we had a bit of a disaster. But Super Shock Shadows are my favorite. That one specifically is my favorite shade. Did not expect that to happen, but here we are. And then I almost said Super Shock highlighters as well, but like those are just an offshoot of the Super Shock Shadows. So Super Shock Shadows are my favorite ColourPop product, hands down. Question number four is, ColourPop has many Lippie formulas. What do you think of all of their different formulas, and do you have a favorite? I have only tried 2 of their formulas, so I can only give you opinions on those. I only have one still, and that is a lip liner. And this is in the shade Shot Clock, which it's just like a pinky nude. I think their lip liners are fine. I don't use lip liners that often, so it's on par with any other lip liner I use. It's fine. And then I've also used their Lippie Sticks formula, which was also just fine. And I take that back, I've used 3 formulas. I also had a blotted lip liquid lipstick, but I didn't like the shade, so I decluttered it. The formula was fine, I just didn't like the shade of it. I have so many favorite lips that whenever I place a ColourPop order, I'm not going on there for the lips. So I can't really give you a whole lot of opinion on ColourPop lippies, but they're fine. The ones I've tried have all just been run-of-the-mill. They're not outstanding, but they're not bad. Number 5 is, do you think ColourPop puts out too many collections? For me, in my opinion, yes and no. They're the fast fashion of makeup. Like, we all agree on that. So, like, knowing that, I don't think they put out too many collections necessarily. Like, they do. My issue is how much, like, it's the fact that everything's a limited edition. And they have it for a week, and then once it's out of stock, it's gone. That's my issue. I don't care that they're constantly putting out product. I just wish that, like, they would bring things back or keep things in stock longer. That's my whole issue with it. Question 6 is, if you could change one thing about the brand, what would it be and why? How often they restock items. Because if you're fast fashion of the makeup industry, you know your audience. Like, they're very active on their socials. They know what people want back. Just restock the item. Like, we as the consumers wanted the Aurora struck palette back for months, and then they finally restocked it. And I know it's marketing, you know, they want that hype to finally get there, but I feel like maybe they should have a tab on their website, like, hey, I want this item restocked, and if they get so many people who want that, then they restock it. Because they say that they can produce things so quickly. Well, we don't constantly want the new things. We also want you to restock the older things that we also still want. Question number 7. Which products from ColourPop do you think give you the most bang for your buck? Palettes. 110%. It's the palettes. These ColourPop, the 9-pan palettes, are the most affordable, and it's not just the monochromatic ones. Any of their 9 pans give you the most bang for your buck. Their shadows are just phenomenal, on par with any other brand that I've used. I personally love their pressed glitters, but they're really phasing away from putting those in palettes now. So, 110% those. Number 8, conversely, which product or products do you think are overpriced for how they perform? They're eyeliners. They dry out so quickly, and they break, and they're very brittle, and a lot of the shades that are lighter in color don't really stick or stay in the waterline, and I'm talking about the creme gel liners, and I haven't tried them now that they've reformulated them to be waterproof, so I haven't tried the newly reformulated ones, but the ones that I have, like, that's just the issue, is that they're very quick to just dry out on you. Like, I can't even, my teal one here in Icebreaker, I can't even roll this one up to show you guys how much I have left in it, because it'll just break off completely and be gone. And that's annoying. Question number 9, is there anything you're wanting to try from the brand but haven't? I mean, there's a lot of things, and we'll get to that, but Jelly Mutt shadows have been on my list forever, and I really want to give them a try, because I've heard nothing but good things, and I love the Super Shock shadows so much. I really want to try the Jelly Mutt shadows. And the final question, number 10, is spill the beans. Show us what's on your ColourPop wish list. I have a lot of things on my wish list, Jelly Mutt shadows being like the number one thing on my wish list is something I want to try, but a lot of, like, the base products. I've never tried the foundation or the concealer. I really want to give those a try. I've never tried their powder, blush, or bronzer. I want to give those a try. I've never tried their liquid liner or their mascara. I would love to give those a try. Their pressed and loose powder, I would love to give that a try. Let's see. Because I just thought of the pressed powder, the loose powder. What else? Trying to think, because I've had eyes pretty much covered besides the Jelly Much shadows. But yeah, a lot of the base products. I'd love to try the sticks, like the blush sticks, bronzer sticks that they just came out with, the highlight sticks. Those would be super cool to try. Brush bronzer slash highlight sticks. So yeah, that is all 10 questions. Again, this was created by Jen Beauty. You guys know I love her. And then her friend Andy does stuff. So I will leave them listed in the description box, as well as all of these questions in case you're wanting to do this little tag yourself. I would love to hear your answers. Let me know in the comments if you decide to do this, because I'd love to watch your video and hear what ColourPop things you want to talk about. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.